You're tuned in to a special edition. This is the Bob Does Sports Podcast ASMR edition with the one, the only, Fat Perez. Right now, Fat Perez will be eating a pretzel filled with peanut butter inside. Enjoy episode 1, ASMR edition, Bob Does Sports Podcast. Go ahead, Perez.
I couldn't even hear him eat it. Bob, you ruined it. He's got to redo it.
Back, episode 2 ASMR. Fat Perez will eat yet another pretzel here. Peanut butter in the middle. And now Joey Cold Cuts will be eating a baked Lay's potato chip. ASMR episode 3. Joey Cold Cuts, please take the chips. Don't be so rough, dog. You gotta be quiet.
Yeah. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
And on episode 4, Benjamin the Jet Schicker will be telling me to go fuck myself. And also drinking orange Gatorade. ASMR episode 4, Bob Does Sports Podcast.
Hey, Bob, go fuck yourself.
Shh. Oh, Jesus, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is another edition, Bob Does Sports Podcast, a doozy of a trip for the boys. We are hurting, but I'll tell you what, that is a successful trip, and can everybody please clap it up? Really, really special stuff.
Clap it up, Tick.
Tick, clap it up.
Round of
clap it up.
applause for the Tick.
Thanks,
Hey,
Tick.
hey.
Whoa, wow.
We've had everything. Collabs, podcasts with Rick Shields was very, very nice. The most soothing voice, maybe in all of golf. Sorry, Nick Faldo, but I think I'm taking Rick Shields. He was, this guy, you talk about a guy that brought it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the
my
man.
God.
I thought halfway through Jet was going to take a notepad and
Seriously,
start taking
should have.
notes.
He was a tall glass of water. He was tall. He walked in there. He dominated that room.
What about the-
and that photo?
I know. I think the first thing I
Yeah.
said to him was, "You're so tall." And I learned after I met Bear Down Cuz, who's on the Bill and the Dumb Show with us, how you just don't start with that. It was such a bad start.
And people, I feel like, say it to you a lot. So you must understand, like, oh, wow, Bob, you're a lot taller than I thought.
Yes, that's always what it is. It's
But
not-
that's good. That you probably appreciate that.
I do, but then at the same time, it makes me think, do I look really short? On I don't know. Why.
I don't know.
Don't I get that all
I
the
think
time?
that's what I
You get
said
it all
when I
the
met
time.
you.
Literally all the time.
Said you're a lot taller than I thought.
Is that the first thing you met me? Because I thought you just said, "Let's go." I met Jet, and
It
then
was let's go, and then it was
this when
you're
he
a
was
lot
still the
taller than I
kid?
thought.
That's when he was still the kid. I totally forgot
Great
about
name.
that nickname. Yeah, I think I saw
Two
you.
good ones.
Yeah, it was Jet. Jet took you a little while to come around to, but you definitely did end up coming around to it.
Speaking of nicknames, pretty big situation for the Jet with the Instagram handle.
We talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. but
Bob,
let's-
Bob,
let's-
Bob,
we
tell him.
talked about Bob. Tell
I think
him.
we did talk about this.
It's been long. It's
We
been
did
long.
talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just goes to show it's been a long week.
We talked about that a month ago.
We also filmed a video with Max Homa.
Yeah, I don't think that's about
I
that.
will tell you, having that Instagram name, the thing I learned is that people, like if I would comment on your stuff in the past, nobody would know who I was. Now when you comment on one of your guys' posts, everybody sees it says the Jet, and then they know. And now I'm going to beat all of you in followers upcoming shortly.
By the way,
Happy about that.
Yeah,
Also-
happy for you.
also too,
Well, it's all due to you.
the
Chris.
deal that you got where when you hit this guy up, I thought,
Very good deal.
I would
really
have
good
paid
deal.
it for you. Like
$250. Well
200.
spent.
Yeah, that is a steal. Of
We
a
need to get
lifetime.
Fat Perez now.
Well, let's not talk.
You got.
about
Well,
it.
you have to.
We
You
talked
have to
about
hit
the
up.
price
You got to
goes
get
up.
lucky. You have to DM. You got to DM whoever has the account, and you have to hope that they're active, and then you have to hope that they don't think that you're just some like robot. And somehow I
But I
got
don't
very
understand
lucky.
how do they just transfer the name
No,
over to you?
so if they agree, if they change their username, it just kind of goes into like limbo for 14 days. So this guy changed his username, and then I waited the 14 days, and then I grabbed the username.
What if Lil Jimmy comes on to Instagram?
The
and
thing is,
decides
I
he
don't
wants to
think
be
Lil
called the
Jimmy
Jet?
is like dying for the Jet. I think I was the only person that was like waiting for the Jet username to become available.
How about Kenny Smith?
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, he might
Or
have
what
a
about,
guy who's
Jason
like
Terry?
on it.
Yeah.
Jason Terry might be coming after that.
But I don't think that they
try
are
to sell
like
it now.
that. They're
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you might be able
What
to
would
sell
actually,
make
it.
some
what
money.
would actually
Yeah.
be your price?
buy low, sell high.
What would be your price, in all honesty?
For the Jet username,
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
depends who's buying it.
Wow,
Jason
what a
Terry
I
hit
mean,
you
not
up?
many
That's a
have.
good answer.
What if Jason Terry hit you up and said, "I need this username"?
12 Dallas Mavericks tickets
Well,
for
that's
me and
not
my
that
family.
much.
$1,000.
Oh, that's not
it?
much at
That's
all.
it?
You could go way
No,
higher.
you're
I
selling
think you'd say
short.
5 to 10K.
So Jason,
Chad,
well,
if
I
you
would
traded it-
highball him for sure. If Jason Terry hit me up and said I want
Shit,
the username,
10K?
yeah, I would highball and then we'd work our way down.
And you go to 5K, and then you'd make 47.50.
But then I wouldn't. I want the username. You know.
I would think it'd be more than that. That's a valuable. I think that's a very valuable thing. I'm serious. I think it is.
I mean, I don't. None of you have. Do you? You don't
Mine
have.
is Joey.Cold.
So who owns Joey Cold Cuts?
Some clown
I was gonna say, got to be some clown.
like
Some
myself.
scumbag.
I honestly, I don't. To be honest, I really don't know. When I first had the nickname, I was Joey D86. I think was my.
you should.
I
Goalie
checked
stopper,
your name.
puck
Yeah.
stopper.
You should.
Or something like that, and then credit to my buddy Barzal. His wife was like, "You need to change your Instagram name to Joey Cold Cuts," and she went through a ton of different like usernames and found Joey.Coldcuts, which was close enough that I was like, you know what, this works.
It was a big thing when these social medias came out, like when Vine came out, when Instagram became popular. These kids or whoever they were, a lot of them they would just scoop up celebrity usernames,
Yeah.
and then the celebrities would be like, "I want that name," and then they would sell it to him. you
Now,
know?
if I found the real Joey Cold Cuts and was like, I want this, would all my followers, everything would just transfer
Yeah,
over?
it would
and
just
that's what would
change.
change.
It would just.
Somebody
I was
comes at
actually
it.
looking at my DM to this guy. The first thing I sent him, I didn't even. I just said, "Can I buy your username?" No question mark, and he just responded back that day. And he said,
didn't say-
"How much do you want to negotiate?"
You didn't say hey.
I just said, "Can I buy your
That's
username?"
such a jet thing to
of
do.
all time.
No question
Just
mark.
not wasting any time.
How much you want to negotiate? And then he said, "What are you willing to sell it for?" That's what I said. And then he gave me his number, and now we're best friends.
Joe, how much would you pay for Joey Colcuts?
Did he say 200 and you took it?
I mean, I don't.
No, he asked how much via text. I think I gave.
Joey
I gave
Cold
him,
Cuts
you
without
said
the
I said
dot,
like 100, and then he bumped it to
$1,000
2, and I said, "All right."
That's fair.
I think it's spent $1,000 on that. But at this point, I
brand.
don't know if it's necessary. I think people like
you-
search me, and I think I got to be one of the
Yeah.
maybe not the first, but like one of the top usernames that come up if you write Joey Cold Cuts. I would think.
I'm gonna get this guy to agree to 500. I'm gonna tell Joe it's 1,000.
Oh, I'll pay you a $200 finder's.
You know what you just did there? You cut that in half and you doubled it.
Well, cut it in half and double it.
Yeah.
That's how you negotiate.
I think
Never take the first deal.
I think it's a very valuable thing.
Would
I
you
really
ever,
do.
I mean, I guess brilliantly
You can't
Dumb is
change yours, though. You're so
trademarked
synonymous,
now that
yeah.
it's you can't ever change.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see. But we were
But
talking
you could,
about
if you could, would you go to what Bobby Fairways? If you could change.
D Jeter NY
Oh
1408.
my God, that's got to be.
what
the
about
worst.
just your name? Like your
Yeah,
name.
well, it says Robbie Berger though.
It says it under the
it does.
the thing.
It does. When are we gonna get these guys and myself blue checks?
Yeah.
Well, Bob just
dog.
got his.
I know he
and
did. It took
was
you long
trying
enough, but
for years.
I know,
It
I
must
know.
be nice to just have it now.
But I think it just
does
comes.
it feel comforting now to have it?
To be completely honest, it was awesome the first week,
And now you don't care.
and now you just kind of forget about it. It's very.
But like,
But
it was
if you were to hit
Yams.
somebody up having a blue check, your odds for response go up
I'll
immediately.
yeah, I feel very confident in sending a DM.
that's good.
I think
do.
Perez would be the next one who could get it because there's so many other like fake accounts that are made.
I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's about.
But that's
press.
how Bob got his.
I thought it was press.
No, but,
No,
if,
but
if
it's-
you're big enough that people are using are making fake accounts, like that's how you got yours.
Yeah,
right?
it was this one big one who had like 30,000 or something
think that's what
really
it was?
high.
Yeah, it is.
It's so weird though.
s-
Everybody you talk
yeah.
to, it's the most random.
Sometimes it happens like that.
Yeah, it's the most like some people have
You
said
just
they
get
just
it.
like woken up like
Who
they've been
gives
trying.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
I for me it became more of about like I had been at it for so long it became a pride thing to where it was like it became I wanted it so
Yeah,
bad.
but Bob, you also have 400 and almost 50,000 people, 500,000 almost people following you. At some point, you would think you're big enough that you should have a blue check. You have articles written.
Yeah. You know what I wish I did was what Bear Down did was right when Twitter announced, and they took it away now, but when Twitter announced that they were coming out, like that you could pay for the blue checks, and they took that away.
Oh, really?
Everybody that paid to get
They
the
get
blue
to keep it
check,
now.
you get to keep it, and then they took it away, so it still has a lot of value. Bear Down was probably the first person on it,
Of course.
Smart move.
to do it, and now he's got it, and now you can't.
Yeah, and he's a verified. Like if I saw Bear Down Cousin, it was verified. I'd be like, okay, like it's a verified account. It's not like he's like some random. You know what I mean? He has some sort
very
of
quick to
journalism.
things like
it's like a
that.
publication. Yeah.
Okay,
We
let's talk a
kinda
little
got
bit
off the topic.
videos wise. We got a lot coming out. Again, we're recording this now. I don't know where we'll be when this releases. Really cool concept we did out of the gate. Reverse mulligan with the jet was awesome.
You stepped up.
Yeah, I thought you were
For
really
me.
good.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
he made a
Even
putt
for
for
us,
us,
he-
but the first couple I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this could body bag Jet. But I told him I was like, you can either be the GOAT or the hero, and then from then on he just made everything.
Isn't it the same thing?
isn't that the story? I mean, you always can be the goat or the hero.
Isn't that the same?
Well, the goat and the
Or
hero.
not
No,
the- like
no,
the
it's the
bad
goat.
goat.
The bad goat. The bad goat. You're right.
Like,
You're right.
by the way,
like the
being a goat used to be
It's like what's it called? Like the goat.
Like a pledge?
No, it's like the
No.
what's the word? Ticket nose. It's like the scapegoat.
scapegoat. Like it used to be a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Being a goat used to be a bad
It's true.
thing.
It's true.
And then
I
somehow
vouch for
now it's just the best thing.
because it became an acronym.
Yeah. So technically, being a goat,
Right, the goat or
would
the
be
hero.
bad or
Yes.
the hero. But
Joe,
I guess
you're really good at spelling. I always like asking you to spell things. Spell the word acronym.
ACRONYM.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's right.
about
It's correct.
Yeah, he's a
It's correct.
I mean, it's just
that
watch
is
Joe
good.
in a spelling bee and he spells it and be like, it's correct before the judges.
Well,
even
it's
hear
like
it.
you know what I never understood is like you shouldn't hear it like a ting like it's like a good thing. It should be like a meh. It should be like
they ding you on a bad
they
one, right?
ding you
Yeah.
if you
Oh, do
miss.
they really?
It goes ding.
It's like a
Yeah.
hotel like service.
Yeah,
thing.
What would you rather get?
like a meh, like a buzzer.
I mean, they're just kids.
Well, you know what? You get it wrong. You shouldn't get like a positive ding.
I used to get into that. You ever watch that? Like when,
Yeah,
when I was a
did.
kid, I used to watch
when they
that.
when they like pull out the thing and they
Yeah,
start like
language of
writing on
origin.
the back
Yeah,
of the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
card. Yeah, I'm into
Greek.
TV game shows now kind of suck.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've sucked
You know-
for a while.
yeah.
Wheel of Fortune is still.
I'm a big
really good.
conspiracy theorist. And do you ever? Oh, I was just going to talk about Wheel of Fortune. Have you ever watched Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of
Yes,
Fortune is great.
absolutely.
Have you ever noticed? And now I'm realizing, probably, like, you know how he does the last. First of all, you want to talk about the easiest job in America? This fucking guy walks out. Once, no, it's Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak.
He
Yeah,
walks out.
really good
he's-
hair.
He has these guys.
R.I.P. Trebek.
He doesn't. Yeah,
It's on me.
RP Al Shrek, but he doesn't. This guy's got the easiest gig going in the country. He shows up. I think they film like 30 days a year. It's like Bob the Sports. They film like 8 episodes a day. He just spins the fucking wheel, and that's it. And you know that last spin he does?
Yeah.
You know how it's like they play that music, does a spin. Guy's never landed on bankrupt in his entire life. So something's up. Is all I'm gonna say.
I'll say one thing: the guy isn't aged a day.
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
looks
got the
same.
Howie Long.
Who was a chick you used to have all the time? She was pretty hot too.
You know that?
Vanna White.
Vanna White.
Vanna
Good
White.
pull. She was gorgeous.
Speaking of Wheel of Fortune, my
Ticket had a- I'll
my
tell you.
merch guy sent me a text message where the it was phrase, and the phrase for the Wheel of Fortune was "nothing to do and all day to do it." Swear to God! And the very next puzzle, the answer was
Fat Perez.
social media influencer.
Oh wow, Perez.
You
got a
start to
fan.
you start to wonder if some producer at the Wheel of Fortune perhaps
Blue check coming.
might be a Fat Perez.
Could be a blue check.
I mean that is a hell of
press.
a coincidence.
I mean, I would send that to Facebook and say I have a good
That
claim
is-
to be.
That's a hell of a
Preston, somebody,
coincidence.
in all seriousness, somebody asked you. We were talking about that
Yeah.
with Rick, which I found interesting because you're very recently out of your job. Okay, out of your
Well,
your
I'm-
full. You know what
yeah,
I mean.
I'm unemployed.
You know what I mean.
Sure.
You know where I'm going.
No, he's not.
Come on, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I
you're
got
not in
you.
the
Yeah.
cubicle
Sure,
anymore.
yeah,
You're,
thank
you're
God.
like, what do you say that you do? Like, what do you say?
I say I make golf content.
I like that.
Okay. I thought you said you
I
hated
think
the
that
word
I
content.
think golf. I would say I would either say I make golf content. I say I make I'm a content creator, and then I might say YouTuber. The very last thing I would say is influencer.
What is the first follow-up question you get when they say that? When you say that?
Are you the Fat Perez?
Well,
No,
they'll go
when you say
like,
I'm a
where
content
do you
creator."
like? Do you like where do you create your content?
Right.
And I'm like YouTube and Instagram. They're like, do you do TikTok? And I go, sorta.
And they're like, oh, because my dental company
And then,
is trying to start a TikTok.
Yes, inevitably there.
It always leads to that.
Yes, inevitably
Anytime
they're-
you tell anybody, like, oh, I have a friend who's a lawyer. Can you get him on TikTok? It's
Yeah.
like, no.
Inevitably, their my granddaughter loves TikTok. I'm like, oh, great. and then it's over.
But you know what was interesting when Rick Shields said, and he's right. He said he likes now.
Yeah.
To say YouTuber, it doesn't have like the stigma that it used to.
We said all the kids,
in
yeah.
class. It's like the number one profession that they want to have.
It's true.
I mean,
It makes sense.
It's pretty tight. If we're being honest, like
We're gonna call a spade a spade here.
It's the best job I've ever had. It's
true.
Ever will have.
Hopefully the last job I'll ever have as well. But yeah, I mean, they should probably start to like learn how to code or something like that. But yeah.
This is the first time that we were with Micah.
Yes.
But Grant, we played with a lot. I never seen Micah hit the ball like live. Are you guys done here?
Oh my God. We gotta.
Sorry,
looking
my
at
bad.
You continue.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so Micah hit a 350-yard drive on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
Yeah,
nuts.
it was crazy.
He drove two 300-yard par fours with 3-wood today.
Yeah.
Another thing too, and not to be like,
Ridiculous.
but it is true. I was just enamored of how ripped up.
Well, he's got
this
some
guy.
swag.
dude. Guys,
Even like the man
man.
bun, like the whole. He's got some serious swag.
He's very happily married, but had he not be, this kid would
be a problem.
absolutely tear it
You
up.
laughed today because I was looking at him. I wanted to ask him how much he benched, and you just started dying.
Yeah, well,
of
because he
laughing.
comes up to the tee, he's like, Mike, how much you bench? And I was like, that's so like old.
You know, he's
school.
doing 285.
So he had a number for you?
Yeah, he had a number like this, which
bet he
leads me to
did.
believe that it's not. He's dialed in the weight room. And then he goes, "What about you?" And I was like, "I don't know, like 205." I don't remember the last time trying to do a max bench press.
I know, that is
I would.
wild, man.
That's content.
It is
I mean, we should all do like a gym day with you, and me and Bob.
With you,
That's not what I
Perez.
meant.
No, but I'm just saying. Well, you want to talk
Bob.
content? Let's talk content.
Bob
Yeah,
does
You're a
sports.
content creator.
The Bob does sports combine.
valid.
The
Valid.
Golf
combine.
content. I create golf content.
Now we'll hit
now
a 40. We'll hit a 40-yard dash. The bench press. A little the
We should
cone.
like a leg press.
like a shuttle run.
Yeah.
That could be pretty funny. Yeah.
I do think NFL Combine for Bob
Oh,
Does
could you
Sports.
imagine?
The Bob does sports
That's one of your
combine.
OG videos.
You used
It's
to do it with
it's
me.
the janitor combine.
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was-
that shit.
We were working. I was a janitor at Morris Catholic High School. And me and my friend were doing like a bunch of videos. We were the two janitors. And in between lunch and like another period, we did like a janitor combine. And like you had to like type into the vending machine as fast as you can, like
So good.
E5, like 2B. And then you would go through
the mop.
Yeah, the mop through the cones was sensational
Yeah.
stuff.
I did wonder, like, while we're doing it, me and my friend were cracking up because we're like, imagine, like, being, like, in high school and, like, you're walking down the
Yeah.
hallway and, like, your janitor's in the cafeteria, like, running through. Like, it
The other
had,
guy's got his phone filming.
it had to look so ridiculous.
Not a bad idea though to do a Bob does.
I
Sports
actually-
combine.
I wanted to do that for the like back in the day. Bob does sports.
We should do it for like the start of the new NFL season. Like,
Oh,
well during the combine.
with
yeah,
the
we should
NFL,
do
like,
it.
theme music in the back? Or, like,
We'll get Rich Eisen to show up.
we need Rich Eisen.
We can invite Joe Buck. He could commentate.
We'll do that. You know that cool highlight they always do where they show the three guys running simultaneously, but then them separating.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
See, I do want to incorporate, like, as good as the golf stuff is, it would be cool to incorporate different, like, sports videos. We talked about the hockey one of
Yeah, I do think we need to do that. I mean, as
agree.
much as it's going to be terrible, I mean, Jack Eichel has already agreed to do a hockey Bob to Sports where I go in pads and he shoots on me. And Mark Stone has hit me up. He would join.
Do you know the way I think we need to do that is like, okay, so Eichel's going into the center, and then you have me and Prez on the wing. So like we're charging
Preston
that.
is a good skater.
I bet he is.
Yeah, I
He
used to play
skied.
hockey.
Prez is
I used to play hockey.
athlete.
You don't bear
Gonna
down.
like wind up for a couple one-timers, like at the top of the key. Just try to, yeah, I'll be in on that.
We really should. We really got to
It'd be good.
incorporate.
And then also too, we could do one like in the off season with Josh Allen throwing us like goal routes.
That'd be hysterical.
That would freak me out more than like
Really?
him throwing like you like run like a 15
I would
yard
die
slant,
for that ball.
and he
Those
just
balls coming
zips
hot.
one
I don't
in
think
on
you'd
you.
have to die.
It'd break your
for it.
finger.
I
Your
would
fingers
come
would
right
not
in
be
his
ready
chest.
on you, dude. Like
Probably win the shit out of me if I caught
You can
it.
hoop
Yeah.
too, right? You can shoot.
Yeah, I can hoop,
I want
yeah.
to see a 3-point contest.
Oh god.
Well, we could do something with Deron
You want me
Williams
to?
too.
I'm going to be honest.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
Well, you think you would win
I'd feel very confident about it.
a
About
3-point
what,
shootout?
basketball?
A 3-point contest. I would feel.
I don't
very,
know.
very-
I think Prez is sneaky good, and I think if I was involved,
I'm gonna
you
keep
would have
my
some
mouth shut.
competition.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm just it's
You
not.
guys ping pong.
you got a jumper.
I got jumper.
It would have to be on a regulation hoop, though.
What other kind of hoop is there?
Well, Fisher
Well,
Price
you find a
hoop.
Dude, you want me to do like a 6-foot hoop? What do you
No,
think?
we'd find
No,
a
it'd
gym.
be
We go to a
10-foot hoop.
gym.
Yeah,
we
10-foot
do it in
hoop.
the Staples Center.
10-foot hoop.
Yeah, the crypto.com.
Crypto.com
Center.
arena.
Yeah, we're
There's so
yeah.
much stuff that
But
we
yeah, I
could
do think that we could incorporate, and I don't know. I mean, the golf is so big right now. I don't know if we do it right now, but I think like for like an alternate episode, I think it'd be hysterical.
I think we should. I remember what we talked about, which would have been so funny. Remember Johnny Hecker
Yeah.
DM'd us the punter for the Rams,
He wanted to play golf.
and like if you do a par 3 where Hecker's punting and he tries put the punt closest to the hole, and then you have us take a shot at it.
With the golf.
Never mind even punting.
Dude.
Okay, when Ticket and I started the Sportsman podcast, he said he could kick a 40-yard field goal.
Ticket?
Ticket?
Our Ticket. And I still don't believe it.
Give
but
him a mic.
Imagine
Says he can.
kicking it. He still thinks he can.
Can we hear cut?
I know it.
Get on the mic.
Get on the mic, Ted.
I mean,
Give him the mic.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the big ticket. The big ticket.
Oh, the 5th mic, ready to go.
Hey,
I mean, Ticket. I
he
mean,
just so happened to have that ready to go. He had that ready.
slide on in here.
Oh, me?
Tick, you can kick a 40-yard
40
field
yards.
goal.
First time, long time.
Ticket is slowly becoming one of the funniest members of Bob Sports.
I know I can. I know I can kick a 40-yard kick.
There's no way.
Is that your max?
Bro, NFL kickers sometimes can't hit a 40-yard kick.
You look how many college kids miss 40
How
yards.
many tries, Tick?
One.
What's your max?
Absurd.
Is that what you think your max is, or what's your max range?
Well, you know when you kick a field goal and then it says would be good from
Yeah.
60, but
Sure.
it's a 45 yarder.
Sure.
So I kick a 40, it would be good from 57.
You think you got
No, we're done.
Now you're just talking out of your ass.
We're done. Yeah, we're
Okay,
looking
what
at
are you
it,
doing here?
I want to know, what is it when you look at me that makes you think that I can't?
Well,
Is
it's
it
just
my
the fact.
stature?
No, no, it's that you're not in the NFL.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
How many college? Jet, we talk about it all the time. College kids
Shank
in,
fest.
in college football, NCAA football can't kick.
Not
a
you.
40-yard
College
football.
kickers are shank fest,
God.
and you know what the problem with college is? They got a hash problem because in college, guys are kicking from the
spread,
they're
yeah.
kicking from the sideline,
you're
dude.
right.
They're next to their bench and they're
You're
trying
right.
to angle it
Yeah.
over the thing. It's ridiculous. So it's actually, I think it's harder to kick in college
It
than
is.
in the
It
NFL.
is. That's what's
Fair
fact.
enough. I got no pressure though. It's just going to be us out there, a couple
Yeah.
cameras, maybe. And I
wanna do this.
I can do it. Guys, I can.
He's
But
so
no, I think if
vindicated
we
that he could
get,
do this.
but the dis,
Tick,
the dis,
you do believe this, huh?
he does.
do you have
I know.
experience? Are
We
you
had
a
a whole
soccer
episode
player?
on this.
Are you a soccer player? Do you have experience?
in soccer?
Like in kicking?
No, yeah, in kicking.
He was
Yeah,
a
of course.
shortstop.
I see. The thing is,
A shortstop.
What,
the
kicking
thing
a first
is-
base?
Let him talk.
when I played freshman football, it was a disaster. But I was sick the day they had tryouts for field goals, like field goal kicking.
Right.
But I knew I could do it. Is the thing. So I missed the day, so they went with somebody else. But I know.
That was Graham Gano is who they went with.
I'm good. No.
Anyway,
I will be
Well, we
getting
got
that
to
kid.
do it now. I mean, we had a whole episode about this, and
we
I
have
still
to.
to this day it was like, okay, let's go out to a whatever. It doesn't have to be in,
football
like-
field.
Yeah, football
Just-
field,
just a
preferably.
football field, even high school football. There's Beverly Hills High School. We go there like later in the afternoon and have him kick one.
I think it could get weird if the first one is just like a snapper.
Sizzler.
left.
Yeah, that is
But I
true.
think if we gave you 5 chances,
Well, we could
forget
give him,
even
no, I
the,
think we give him 3
When's
chances.
the last time you kicked a
Yeah,
football?
it has been a while. But I'm not going to lie about that. But am I allowed
Regulation?
to practice at all?
Yeah,
Of course.
I don't want you to
Yeah,
hurt
of
yourself.
course.
Oh, I'm gonna push myself.
Like
You think I'm gonna
hurt
turn ACL?
yourself.
Oh,
Just like
got
don't
it.
like go for 40 on the
Oh,
first
back.
kick in
I'm
6
just
years.
Who would you want snapping? Like if you
holding.
needed to get a legit, like if you had a legit defense coming your way, you have one person snapping, you have one person holding. Who do you want snapping? Who do you want holding out of Bob Does Sports?
Snapping, holding.
Oh wow.
In an instant. I want.
we'll just go fuck ourselves
Yeah.
over here.
No,
pretty much.
I want you watching. I want you with the camera.
Thank you.
That's nice.
I just want you as moral support.
But Joey
You think
D's
he's
a
got the
lefty.
hands to catch it?
No, I'm right. I would hold with my
I
right.
trust Joey D with my life, though. I
Okay.
trust Joey D with my life. I know he's going to catch that ball. I have a lot of faith in you to snap that sucker.
Yeah,
And I have a whole lot of faith in me putting that through the upright.
One of the toughest things to do in football, and it's underrated, is catching that thing and spinning those laces out of the way, because that's not
Laces out, Dan.
They screw
Yeah,
that up
seriously.
a lot, and also it's like the backup. The games come down to like the final kick, and they're shoving some like backup QB out
Yeah.
there to just knock
Tony
it out.
Romo, never
Tony
forget.
Romo. You know who holds for Georgia, by the way?
Stetson Bennett.
He does.
Yeah,
Starting
because the
he
RJ
was the backup.
RJ Barrett was supposed to be the main guy, right?
RJ Barrett.
Yeah,
RJ Barrett played for
from
Duke.
not RJ Barrett.
Yeah, no.
What is it? It's
He now plays for
he's
the
in
New
West
York
Virginia.
Knicks.
No, the guy you're talking about. Yeah, he's at West Virginia
What's his
now.
name? I'll look it up. Keep
No,
going.
I'm gonna get it.
He now
I'm gonna
plays
get it.
for
Give me
the
the
New
initials.
York Knicks.
It's
We
RJ.
had played this game before. It was the same guy. It's two names and then a last name. It's like TJ.
So can we do this field goal?
Give me a
Oh,
hint.
100%. I mean,
me a hint.
Hold on,
it's
hold
now
on,
it's
hold
going to
on.
happen
JT
100%.
Daniels.
I hope it does, Bob. I really do. Let me get my ass back
Is it
behind the
JT?
camera
It's
where I feel
JT.
comfortable.
JT Daniels.
JT Daniels.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett. What's my problem?
He went to Duke and he plays for the Knicks.
He got a Roback NIL deal.
JT
because
Barrett.
they thought JT Barrett.
Not JT.
no,
JT Daniels.
They thought he was going to start for
Daniels.
Georgia,
And then he went to West Virginia.
and no, then he got benched for Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And by
that's
the way,
a tough look.
that same guy just transferred out of West Virginia. He's in the transfer portal now.
What the hell's he going to be? How many years?
I want.
I know.
By the way,
He
what
transferred to Georgia from somewhere. He was at USC.
No.
Yes, he was. JT Daniels was at USC.
I don't know.
And he transferred to Georgia.
I don't know.
That
hope I'm right.
does sound right.
The
Doesn't it?
That does, it really does.
So you tell me he was at USC, then went to Georgia, then went to West Virginia, and now is
I'm
back in
telling
the
you,
transfer
dude.
portal?
I'm
Everybody,
telling
this
you.
transfer portal. I don't know what it is or where. Like, is there a website you can just see?
Yes.
Like, is there a portal?
Yeah, it was like a redshirt freshman.
He was a
deal.
USC.
Everybody now, you back up at Ohio State for 2 years, you get sick of it, you go to Georgia, you start for 2 years, and then you go to USC to finish your
By the
Yeah,
way,
smart.
with people are still, because of COVID, they've given the COVID year to where now you're going to have guys like 32 years old that's still in college because of the COVID year.
I think Stetson
outrageous.
Bennett's 25.
It's absurd. It's like there's guys now that are so old that are playing.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I'm going to get back behind the camera. But I do want to say the main takeaway I've gotten out of this pod, are you saying Schickvid's 147's available?
Is that Wilson or Harding? Yo, he
Ticket's like Costanza. He landed a good joke and just
That was
hightailed it.
the tick has bar. He said
He has
something.
bars.
We filmed. I think we mentioned it with Keegan, and he hit that shot, and he turned to the camera, and he just dropped the biggest bar of all time.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say it because I don't know
By
if
the
it's
way,
out
we're not
yet,
gonna
but-
we're not gonna ruin anything. But low key, one of my favorite all time Bob to Sports.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That
We
was
did that.
dope.
We did the Christmas episode. Ticket had to make a shot, and I mean,
Yeah,
Ripped
that
it.
about that.
was
Yeah,
just
that's out.
ripped.
Yeah.
I know.
From like and
be out.
everybody was so thrilled because you could cut the tension with the knife before he walked up to that ball, and he just striped it. By the way, you guys did very well in that hole. I was very impressed.
We got a bogey. I missed. It was hilarious. That was the video you were filming. You both had the cameras. And I missed like a 6-footer for par, but we came.
You
over
guys
there with
came
the bogey.
through together.
Pretty good though.
Yeah, on a two
That
ball
was
par
low key.
four.
No
It was a
lost
long
balls.
hole.
No
No lost balls. I mean, I hit
No.
one.
You
Yeah,
lost
one in the
no,
water.
I
Yeah,
went in the
yeah, you
water.
lost,
And
yeah.
Low key
You're
though,
right.
I think like one of the more fun episodes we did, just a fun like festive thing. I think we got to do more of those like holiday
Yeah,
special.
we were saying
like
that.
even the Easter one, we could dress up
Easter would be
presents like
good.
Easter
Easter
bunnies.
eggs. Well, I mean,
Me and Bob could be like chicks, you know, like the little birds.
Cadbury eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we might have talked about it on the podcast, but would be hysterical is next Thanksgiving. We missed the mark here on doing it. We forgot, but if we did a one turkey where we had to eat a full
Whole bird.
I would think that a whole bird, 3 people would be. We'd probably bring in
did
Jeff
18
as our
hot
4th.
dogs.
I don't know, a whole bird.
I like
That's
turkey.
A lot of turkey.
We
I
did.
don't-
The other thing you got to keep in mind is the tryptophan. Or tryptophan.
Yeah,
you'd
it'll
be
knock
tired.
you
Like,
out.
it would get you so tired
Yeah.
by probably the 7th, 8th hole, you'd be ready to fucking knock out right on the tee box.
Is that doable? I mean, is that humanly possible to do?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, if you guys could eat 18 hot dogs in 9 holes. then
By
we
the
could
way,
certainly
people still
take down a
allude
turkey.
to that video.
Go video.
We saw the guys today, and they're like, we just watched the hot dog video. But watching it last night, we watched it last night, and it was like, what were we doing? What in God's name were we doing? You know?
Yes, yeah. Jet's super critical.
Of what?
Jet doesn't want to watch
when you
any
watch
old videos.
you
it's
like,
more
you
of a
just
real
start-
life.
Your sticks.
he starts hating himself.
It was. I mean, that's
But
part
this
of the
stuff
course.
was
But it wasn't
revolutionary.
like.
Nobody else is doing.
No, I
this
know,
stuff.
I know, and it was a good video. I just remember. Yeah, it's tough to wash
Einstein.
him back.
Tesla, Bob Does Sports Hot Dog Challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something of that sort.
Chris, yeah.
Now Perez did actually
hey.
come up with a really good one. You were asleep last night.
How many
He
YouTube
wants to
subs?
do
Taco challenge.
a taco challenge. 30 tacos
For the three of us.
guys.
That's great. I feel like we would have to up the tacos a little
You
bit.
don't
10 tacos is a lot.
Tacos go down quick.
I
Taco Bell.
crank tacos.
Yeah, I feel like we could crush
50?
that.
Well, it would have to be like
I mean, think about
a
it.
number
50
40.
It's gotta be like
tacos.
a-
divisible by
Perez.
3.
No, because you can
You'd have to
split it.
up
You
it.
don't have to each eat the same amount.
If me and him could
One
do
guy can carry.
18 hot
Yeah.
dogs.
Well, we did 9 hot dogs.
Like a
well,
beer.
so yeah.
so
eight-
10
10
tacos
would
is
be like.
essentially.
I think if you do
50
no,
tacos.
let's not be
the
nuts
40,
here.
the 40 taco challenge.
Well,
No,
yeah.
no.
I mean, by
Then
the
you're
way,
looking
how
at
many
12
do
to 14
the
each.
40 taco
Yeah,
challenge?
yeah.
How many do you think you could do?
You-
Like, if you had to
problem.
gun to your
I think
head,
so.
how many
in two hours?
in 2 hours?
The
How many
Taco
do you
Bell
think,
ones are
Bob? I want to
fun.
know how many could he do?
I was even thinking of the smaller one.
I
No,
think
Taco Bell.
I think that I could eat in 2 hours. Maybe.
And you're still having to swing.
Maybe like 25.
25.
By the way, I mean, I saw the
I
man.
think
The man
it's gonna
ate.
kick that field goal before you put down 25.
You don't think I can eat
No,
25
I do.
tacos in 2 hours?
20?
The
Yeah.
man, the man ate 8 in a parking lot before we went to the fucking airport. Like,
Yeah. And I flew across the country.
you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like he
You
can do
think you
it.
could golf on 20 and eat 25 tacos in 2 hours?
I mean, I eat half a cheese pizza in golf.
I don't think.
shit.
I think we got to up it. We might have to hit 50.
I have 4 tacos or like 4 things from Taco Bell, and I'm absolutely bloated.
Well,
Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Yeah,
Challenge.
that's one of the things I do.
But that's different than eating the taco.
yeah, the tacos.
and I
still
don't eat cheese, so that's a big factor. If you think
They
about
just sprinkle the cheese on
well,
top.
look, if you aggregated 25 tacos
Aggregate.
worth of cheese, like
Great
in
word.
a pile, I mean that's a significant amount of cheese. to
regardless
take
of the
down.
fact, we need to do a 40 taco challenge then between the
40,
three.
I think
yeah,
it's-
40.
FP
What's your number?
That's light work.
FP wins on that.
Light work.
It's light work.
Well, you're going to be having to carry the load for me, dog, because there's no way I'm
Or-
doing
Walk
he
around
will.
carrying a load
13
every day of my life.
tacos.
36 would be a good number, I think, too. 12, 12, 12.
Yeah,
No,
but you
4,
can't.
just go
It's you
4,
got to
just
get a
4.
nice
Guys say
round
you can do
number. Then
25,
you need to
Bob.
get a nice round number.
40,
for
I
the-
think is
The
good.
thing with the
the
taco-
40 taco
Yeah, exactly,
challenge.
exactly.
Thing with the Taco Bell taco too, it's like kind of like, I don't want to say wet, but it's like thinner and it
You'd
goes
feel like
down.
ass.
You would, but I feel like it would flow down pretty well too, to where like
We do need to do. I agree with you. We do need to do another food challenge. It's been a while. We did the hot ones, but I mean, I think we need to do. I think the next time we all collab, we need to do this.
you know what I want to do really bad. We did the drinking challenge with Perez, but it was the wheels, so I feel like it was, to me, it was like, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of drinking, but it wasn't like a true drinking. I'd love to do the one we won the beer one. We did the beer one, right? You drank fire, like you'll
I like
put
Fireball.
down Fireball.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love Fireball challenge was the one that we didn't. We finished the Fireball.
We didn't break the score.
We didn't break the score.
Came
I
out in the
want to
last
do
hole.
a straight through with Perez Fireball challenge.
I'd like to, yeah, but you
What
kind
do
of
we
want to
do?
do something different too, though. No, like
30,
Yeah, but I
30,
just-
30 fireball?
You could do it again.
35. No.
we did 18,
Do
So-
30.
30.
30 fireball, break.
I would like.
Bar?
That's a lot of fireballs.
That's a lot
man.
of fire. I mean, I think Perez would be better than us at the drinking
Yo, I'm not
challenges. I
gonna
really
lie.
do.
I'm not gonna lie.
The thing
to you
is, the
guys.
fireballs have the same alcohol in the fireball and the beer.
Could you imagine, like, if you could have any guest on the Bob Does Sports podcast, Bob, who would be like your number one person to bring on?
like golfer.
I mean, sport. Let's keep it to sports athlete.
I got one,
I mean,
but it's pretty
I think-
obvious.
yeah,
You say Tiger.
No, I
Woods.
wouldn't say Tiger. I was gonna say MJ, but only if he's like willing to talk.
I feel like he would.
He's like,
Yes,
I haven't spoken all these years, but Bob Does Sports is called.
I feel like he wouldn't give much.
But I'm saying, so if he would willing to give, then that would be the guy.
Okay.
The amount of questions I would have.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
him
it's
is-
good. I mean, you're Chicago guy. I think Tiger would obviously be
Yeah.
my layup.
I think Shaquille O'Neal, from what I
He
Yeah,
gives a
that'd be
lot.
fun.
He's a really
he really
good
does.
guest.
He really
fun.
delves into the actual podcast and even like with Menery, he will talk. Like he'll give insights.
Yeah, I agree. He's a
Yeah.
really, really good guest. Yeah, you got to kind of take a chance on like, yeah, you could do like Tiger and stuff or the big names. At the same time, you got to wonder how much they're gonna give.
Sure.
Like obviously the
Yeah.
name, of course, would already get you views, but you do got to wonder. Shaq gives a ton.
Yeah.
He's
And
got-
he's a big draw too. He's a big name. As
Big
well.
guy.
They say he's the most recognizable figure in the world.
I would-
Really?
yeah,
What about Yao Ming?
That.
I don't know
I
if
haven't
Yao Ming is
seen
as
Yao Ming in a
recognizable
long time.
What
Yeah.
happened to Yao Ming?
Meaning, like if you see a
Chilling, dude.
picture,
He plays a lot of golf.
I think if you
Does he
showed
really?
Yeah, he plays a
Yao
lot of
Ming
golf.
plays golf.
A lot of golf.
If you showed a picture of Shaq to a rant, like if you had a Shaq and Yao Ming, I think more people would recognize Shaq for sure.
Second would be Penny Hardaway, I think.
Shaq and Penny. And third would be
Who's yours?
Yeah, see, I was thinking those big names too would be awesome. I don't know.
I know who my second one would be.
Oh.
Mike Tyson.
That'd be a good one too.
Yeah, that'd be
He'd
good.
be
one.
a frickin'
The
awesome
only
one.
thing that I would say though is like even with like a Shaq or Mike Tyson, they've done so many podcasts that you almost want a guy that really hasn't done a whole lot. That hasn't like I agree. Shaq would give a lot. Tyson that could go anywhere.
But if it goes anywhere, then it's normally good. It's good for the podcast.
Yeah, I'd
to
be
picked
curious.
up.
Be curious for a guy too that really hasn't done. That hasn't done a whole lot. I don't know. I got to think about
Jack,
it.
who's
like
yours?
a Yankee?
I said Michael Jordan.
Michael
You like
Jordan.
a
I was
Yankee?
thinking about that too, but for viewership,
Jeter.
I don't know how many. Jeter wouldn't give you. I would love to get Jeter. He wouldn't give you anything.
You don't
You
think,
don't
so?
think so?
No, he wouldn't give you shit. The beauty of Jeter, like in press conferences and stuff, they can never get anything out of him because he's just.
What if you
by the
asked him
book,
about
just class?
what
Says
if
the
you
right thing?
what,
Says the right thing.
What if you asked him about Kalamazoo?
Kalamazoo, Michigan?
You would do right, and then he would, you start pulling at him, and then he's like,
Let his
then he
guard
start
down.
talking.
yeah, possibly.
What about Barry Bonds?
Yeah, that'd be really good.
That's
I
Go
got
on, I haven't-
I got
I
some
haven't heard
questions. I'll tell you that.
He's great though. He's a very personable guy. I think everyone really. I think
he's cool.
I think everybody likes Barry. Like if you like, I understand all that stuff, but Barry Bonds, like as a person, if you ever hear him talk and
Yeah,
talk
he's
about
very-
things,
yeah.
he's
He's
very
cool.
You
personable. He seems like a really nice guy.
Maybe
you know
they
what I mean?
yeah.
I would have loved to just see, like, just to look at it. Like, if we had just, like, Marshawn Lynch sitting right there with us.
that'd be spectacular.
It'd be the funniest fucking thing of all time. Like, I think that would be a riot.
That
You know
guy's
what
the
I mean?
I only knew Barry Bonds from as post, like Barry Bonds was like a baseball legend way before the steroids were
Yeah.
a thing. I don't remember that at all. I just remember him as the intentional walk
He's one of the
steroids
best-
Another
guy.
one I'd
Best
love to have
hitters of
would
all
be
Intentional
The
walks.
Rock.
That's what he was.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I think he'd be really good.
Yeah, he would be good. He's one of the more recognizable
yeah,
worldwide.
I would
of
say
the
so.
That
rock.
guy's
he is.
everywhere, man. Everywhere.
Vincent Chase.
You could do Vinny Chase.
Fred Couples.
Of course you could do Vinny Chase.
Freddie Couples.
All right, boys. Well, I will tell you this. It was, again, a very, very long week, but I would definitely say from the video standpoint, the depth amount of videos that we've got, the collabs we've done, again, a lot of these have probably dropped by now. One of our more successful trips and just a whole lot of fun, again, between what the videos that we did do and then just even hanging back at the house, all of us, just the banter that goes on throughout. It's so much fun. It really is. It was an absolute blast.
By the way, Jet said today, and I agree. I think every video that we filmed is an absolute like A+ video.
I do too. Yeah, I think we feel really good.
Really good.
Are we
the
going-
collabs? The,
Folks, we love you. We appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube podcast channel there. Bob Does Sports Podcast. That is another episode. We love you. We appreciate you. To the moon.
Go Cubs.